Hey everyone, this is Adi, and you're listening to the Summer of Bitcoin experience. In this episode, we talk to Pavan Joshi, a 22-year-old student from the Government College of Engineering, Yavatmal, India. Pavan participated in Summer of Bitcoin 2022 and worked on Alby. Alby brings Bitcoin payments to the web with in browser payments and identity. Pavan's project introduced a new kind of data driven smart transactions on the Lightning Network. We talk about that and discuss Bitcoin's history, why Pavan is excited about the Lightning Network, and hear from him on how to get started with Bitcoin open source development. On to the episode. Hey Pavan, welcome to the Summer of Bitcoin experience. So let's start with a little bit of your introduction. Can you tell us a bit about yourself?
Good evening. Firstly, thanks to Adi for having me here. My name is Pavan Joshi. I'm an undergraduate engineering student and an aspiring computer engineer from Maharashtra. I'm a proficient web, Android, and a game developer. I have also participated in numerous open source, competitive, and international events such as Google Summer of Code and Summer of Bitcoin. I have also been mentoring Google Summer of Code in their 2022 season. At Bitcoin internship, I was intern of the week as well as top performer of the year. And most importantly, I got opportunity to speak at Asia's largest Bitcoin only conference happened in India, that is in Goa. That was pretty much awesome experience. That's the biggest thing I got from the Summer of Bitcoin internship program. Currently, I'm working on the data-driven smart transactions that is making Bitcoin a visible option over the internet or bringing more better monetization policy over the internet using Bitcoin's blockchain.
Awesome. Let's start from the beginning. When was the first time you came across Bitcoin and how did you stumble down that rabbit hole?
So basically, I was interested in blockchain based things. I came to know about Summer of Bitcoin and tried to learn more about blockchain. Summer of Bitcoin gave me the opportunity to learn everything from scratch, including money, including Bitcoin, rabbit hole. Is basically an analogy that says entry into the unknown or into the new world full of adventures where you question almost everything that you learned from the start, including economics, politics, world, everything. So stumbling down in the Bitcoin rabbit hole was really first scary, I can say, because everything was new for me, blockchain, Bitcoin, how it works. So it basically starts from the history. In 1980, there were many efforts that were made to build digital currencies, but no one was capable to build that particular currency without establishing a central server. That was the problem. Money can't be copied over the internet. This is known as double spending problem. So this is particularly a 40-year long-standing problem. And in 2008, a guy named Satoshi, they came with a 9-page PDF known as Bitcoin white paper, and that solves a problem of double spending problem without establishing a central server or without trusting anybody as a third party such as bank. So this was my first orange pill moment. Someone is coming with a 9-page PDF and telling me, hey, I have solved this particular double spending problem in a decentralized way or in a decentralized network without establishing any central server or without depending on any bank. That's really fascinating. They also came with the implementation of code we know as Bitcoin. So if you learn about blockchain, you must start with history of blockchain, and there you will by default or naturally land on the Bitcoin white paper. Beauty of Bitcoin is that you don't have to trust anyone. No one can manipulate your money. No one can control your money.
Absolutely. So let's switch gears to Summer of Bitcoin. How did you hear about it and what made you apply?
As I said, I was searching for opportunities. I was hearing everywhere blockchain, blockchain, blockchain. There is something happening in the blockchain industry. People are making careers, people are getting profited. Many startups are evolving on the top of the blockchain. And there was Summer of Bitcoin. So I just wanted to explore what is happening.
Awesome. So let's talk about the organization that you chose to work with.
So basically, I work with Alby. It is a Lightning browser extension. So it is a Chrome extension. It can work on Opera or, of course, other Chromium-based browsers as well. So they are bringing specifications, they are bringing new features, and they are providing monetary policies over the internet using Bitcoin's blockchain. Using Bitcoin's blockchain or Bitcoin as a finance system, you can attach payment flow at every interaction over the internet. And most importantly, it is free. You don't have to spend thousands of bucks on any developer who can integrate any financial service, or you don't have to pay thousands of bucks to any third party service such as PayPal. So as a developer, that's really hectic to create your or keep a particular budget aside to just integrate fiat payment gateway.
So let's talk about your specific project idea. What exactly did you work on during your Summer of Bitcoin internship? Let's take a quick break and hear about today's sponsor. Hey everyone, this is Adi. When I was starting in the Bitcoin industry a few years ago, there were hardly any resources to learn from. It was especially hard to find other like minded Bitcoin developers and discuss about building apps on the Bitcoin blockchain. Well, things have changed, and I'm so excited to share with you about the Build on L2 initiative. Build on L2 is a community led effort by contributors and companies building on Core Lightning and the Liquid network. It's a space to connect with Bitcoin builders, product managers, designers, and developers through events and mentorship programs and learn from experts building the future of Bitcoin. It's exactly what I wish I had when I was starting out in Bitcoin. Go to buildonl2.com to join the community and learn how to build killer apps on Bitcoin. Back to the show.
So we developed a particular specification named as smart transaction. They are smart. You can program a particular behavior with that transaction. What benefit it brings? It brings best possible monetization for your site. Like if you are selling a song, you can send your marketing banners in that. You can allow users to play that particular song live in your confirmation window. You don't have to let users visit any particular URL link to see the content. So you can pass everything, almost everything in that particular transaction, and that is attached to the transaction. So it is much more insightful and user can interact with it. Yeah, very interesting. And I think this is only possible by Lightning. And you cannot do the same things with traditional fiat payment gateways. Like you'll have to build something very custom and it'll obviously cost a lot of money and will have a lot of friction because banks and the traditional digital finance does not allow for such interactivity. So at Summer of Bitcoin, you work closely with a mentor who is guiding you on your project. Can you tell us about your experience working with your mentor? So his name is Michael Booman. He's a very experienced guy in blockchain and Bitcoin community. So the best thing I got from him is that particular spark, a visionary spark of doing things. Sometimes if you are a student, you just apply to the internship program, you try to complete that particular project and just leave. You get your stipend, you get your certificates, and that's it, nothing else. But whenever I was discussing with Michael what this means and how this can change the current situations, what specific feature brings specific functionality to the Bitcoin's blockchain, or how we can do wider mass adoption of people to the Bitcoin's blockchain using this smart transaction. So uh, every feature or everything we were contributing to the or while building this specification was purposeful, and he kept that spark throughout the process. Like we are building a different monetary system which is completely free and much more better than fiat currency. Why not we put effort on our own, not just for the internship? So he's that guy who always brings that particular excitement and that particular spark while developing things around him. So what are you up to now? Are you working on any Bitcoin project right now? Are you continuing your work from Summer of Bitcoin? Currently, I'm bringing smart transaction specification of smart transaction much more forward. We are improving documentations. We are building websites to host that particular thing in a different way. We are doing marketing videos. We are contacting different application sites such as WebL and ALN URL to inform that we have developed this. What do you think about this? What can be the improvements? Alternately, I'm working on LNURL auth specification. LNURL, LNURL is basically a specification built on Lightning Network, which allows us to do payments right from your browser. So there is a LNURL auth. How about you visit or use any service over the internet? You get authenticated. You create an account using LNURL auth, but you still remain anonymous. You don't have to share your email address. You don't have to share your personal details such as phone number, date of birth to any third-party service such as Gmail. So You are surfing the internet or using services over the internet by getting authenticated, but still you are on anonymous over the internet. That's the beauty of Bitcoin's blockchain or LNURL auth specification. So currently I'm building different projects on LNURL auth specification and continuing my work for this awesome initiative named Bitcoin.
Okay. So, towards the end, let's hear from you. If you have any advice for beginner developers who want to contribute to open source Bitcoin projects.
Yeah, so definitely at first I was scared as well. I had doubts if I were able to make it or not. Doesn't matter how much coding background I had. If you start something new, it is always tough, but don't hesitate to start. Just get started. If you don't know about blockchain, read about that. If you don't know about money, read about that. There are many resources to read about economics, money, how things were developed, and more specifically, consider Bitcoin as a global currency or a money, not any investment opportunity. Biggest misconception is if there is a money, it is a government creation. But if you know the history about money, about economics, and about the history, how things were changed, what is fiat money, we don't call it money at all in Bitcoin community. So just get started with the things. If you know open source, you know you have to use GitHub, you have to use Git version control. That's the basic requirement. And the third thing is ability to learn and work in real time. You must learn and implement things. Focus on small portion, learn in real time, implement in real time, and keep moving forward. And there are many projects in Bitcoin, not just Bitcoin Core. You can work on Lightning Network. Lightning Network is a great initiative that scales Bitcoin from 7 transactions per second to millions of transactions per second. So you have Lightning projects, you have different specification projects such as LNURL, WebLN. You can work on wallets as well, wallets that are running in the browser. So many things are happening in Bitcoin. You can visit SOB website. You can see list of organizations present there. See what idea fascinates you the most. Just get started with it. You can't prepare everything prior to exploring things on your own. So you just have to get started, explore things, learn in real time, and work.
Thank you so much, Pavan, for sharing your experience with Summer of Bitcoin and also talking about your work with Alby and in the Lightning Network.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you for listening to the Summer of Bitcoin experience. I would love to get your thoughts on what else would you like to hear from these student developers and how to make this the most valuable podcast for getting started with Bitcoin open source development. Write to us at hello@summerofbitcoin.org. Can you do us a small favor? Go online and share this episode with at least one friend who you think would benefit from this episode. Until next time.